Yeah, are you with me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now introducing the unique solution. That's where we are. So the wife played the video, he learned about the high blood pressure destroyer. So he thought that was new and he kept on watching. Do you understand? The video directed us to take some step, which we did. Do you get? So let's go on. We've done introducing the unique solution. So okay, sorry, we did sorry. After we're meant to do assurance. Yeah, this is sorry, excuse me. This is under assurance. This is under assurance. Product tried giving him some assurance. Do you understand? So this is under introducing the unique solution and assurance. Do you understand? It was merged together. He learned about the
Yes, sir.
video, and the video talked about how a Nigerian doctor found a natural solution that's been able to help a lot of people normalize their high blood pressure. Do you understand? So after assurance, more doubts. It was in more doubts. So let's proceed. So this was new, I thought. So I kept on watching. The video directed us to take some step, which we did. To be honest, I was still very skeptical. This is under more doubt. Let's go on. So this was new, I thought. So I kept on watching. The video directed us to take some step, which we did. To be honest, I was still very skeptical. After the first week of following this method, I didn't see any changes. I almost concluded that this was one of those scams again, but my wife encouraged me to keep trying it. Do you get? So this is under, let me end it here. This is under more doubts. This part here is under more doubt. So let's proceed. Feeling better gradually. That's what we want to do next. Feeling better gradually. Okay, but my wife encouraged me to keep trying it because the video stated that people who follow this method started seeing results from the 3rd to 4th week. So I kept trying it. On the 3rd week, I noticed I was regaining my strength. I wasn't as weak as I used to be. My body pain had reduced. So I checked my blood pressure reading and it was lower than what it was last week. So it was unbelievable at first. So I decided to keep using it till the next week to be sure. So this is under feeling better gradually. That's what we are doing. Guys, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it was unbelievable at first, so I kept it to be sure. But at the end of the 4th week, I took my blood pressure and this time it had dropped by 10 points. Check, I should have been monitored. I wrote it long ago. I thought my BP check was feeling better. We are now going for dance. So this is part we're going for test for reassurance. This part. So let's proceed. BP checker was for to pay a visit to the hospital to come. Around 10 a.m. and I described everything I was feeling to my doctor. Test, and when the test results came, extremely surprised. He didn't believe what he was saying. My reading P was near normal. I was now recording 28/83 mmHg. I was not as at risk of heart attack. I was not at risk of a heart attack. So my doctor asked me to come back the next day to confirm my readings. Who can tell me why the doctor would tell him to come back the next day? Guys, I'm asking.
Yes, sir. The network is cracking.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
sir.
I said, who can why the doctor will tell him to come back his blood pressure readings.
Because the result was abnormal. So it's supposed to be that fast.
Okay, that's poor. That's not the major reason. Try or who else to try? Who else wants to? Huh? Who else wants to try? Guys, can you hear me?
Hello, sir. Can I try?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that the reason why uh the doctor wanting to come back was for them to confirm the results and for reassurance and to clarify all doubts that this method is working.
It's not the main reason. Let me just tell you the reason why I don't see the different when you can't take one reading and say that that's it. You don't understand. If those if physical and not that everything is expensive, because then do you so when the other can affect it, let's say that man especially he got that his results he got it that fast. So the doctor might assume that it might just be maybe he's experiencing abnormalities in his body today, maybe because of something that he has done or something that he has eaten another day to confirm. Do you understand? Sorry, guys, I'm sorry. I can see what you said. Breaking. Can you hear me better now, guys?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, it's clear now.
Okay, all right. So what I was saying is because BP reading can be taken once and then has it. Do you understand? Several things can affect BP reading. Do you get? That's why the doctor asked him to come back for confirmation. So this was this was unbelievable. He asked me to come back the next day to confirm my readings. When I arrived at the hospital the next day, a Sunday, he took my BP reading again. The doctor looked confused. He told me my was down 120/80 mmHg, even lower than yesterday's reading. Excuse me. I was elated, full of joy when this was confirmed. I wasn't even following any plan. Neither was I exercising, and I wasn't getting enough sleep time either. Yes, so yet my blood pressure level was normalized. You understand? So from year to year is under getting the results that was finally better. From year to year. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So from year to year is under From years to years, this is where I am now. I'm so happy that my years of suffering are finally over, and I'll be able to spend more time with my family in good health. I can tell you that I'm living a happy life. My second child wrote WAEC this year. He's going to gain admission soon. Our last one is also doing well in school, and she also wants in like her older sister Rachel, who is now in year 3. So I'm coming up, guys. So God got lost back due to the illness. Can you see? I skipped spread the goodness. Then I went to God what lost back due to the illness. Can you see now? So he said, I'm so happy that my years of suffering were really over and I'll be able to spend more time with my family in good. He has been able to get what he lost back due to the illness. So now he's even talking about like his family, how well they are doing now, how the second child where he is, he's about to write his work. The last born is doing well in school too. He also wants to medicine like his elder sister. Then what else? Feeling grateful and wanting to share the goodness to every other patient out there, like every other person suffering from high blood pressure out there. So every day I thank God. This is that part. Every day I thank God. Every day I thank God for the solution I discovered. And I also thank God for my wife who showed it to me. If you also want to watch the video, click the link below to watch. So this is feeling grateful and wanting to share the good to every other patient out there. Coming. This is under feeling grateful and wanting to also share the goodness with every other patient out there. Do you get? Then after that, the call to action. The call to action is what they have to do afterwards, and that's for them to click the call to action button. Do you understand? This is the call to action button. So guys, do you understand so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Well done.
Okay. Now let's do another example. Let's do another blood pressure. Let's do for diabetes. I'm sorry about. Hope you guys didn't miss anything important when my line was breaking. Guys.
No.
Okay. Let's hold on a bit. Still low. What's happening? Load now. Okay, let me open with Chrome again. I don't like this browser. So now, guys, this is one for diabetes. This is another pre-sale example for diabetes. So now, what's the number one step, guys? I'm sure some of you might have jotted it down. So what's the number one step of the 19-step pre-sale structure?
Catch the headline.
You catch a headline.
So now, is this headline catchy enough?
Yes, sir. Not much.
Okay, why is it catchy?
Right.
Hello, guys. You didn't answer now.
Hello, sir.
Okay, you raised your hand, Abu Joshua. Please go on. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, the part that drew my attention is the place of the 14-year-old son driving to hospital. Like, that is the part that
Okay,
actually
all right.
drew attention. The 14-year-old son driving you. How can a 14-year-old boy be driving? Like, it doesn't seem that possible.
Okay, all right. Chinagorum, is she here? Ukazu Chinagorum.
Yes,
Can you see that this headline doesn't provide any? This headline doesn't show that there's any solution. Eh?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
No. Like I want Chinagorum. Yeah, but then will you look at, I want you to look at it. Would this still interest
Yes,
somebody with diabetes? Would this still make them read? Would this still interest them in reading? Why?
yes, I can see it.
The reason why it will interest them is because man's 14 years old. Okay. Do you want to say something? Okay, Ogadima Christian.
Okay. Yeah. I think the headline is catchy because the color of the headline. Sorry, can you hear me? Hello. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
Okay, I said the presentation of some of the text, I think the key word with the red color got attention. Headline. Someone wants to know what's going.
Okay, all right. So, some headlines will not provide solution, but somebody will do want to read this. Why? Because they will feel for this man's 14 years old son to drive him to the medical. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for this guy's 14 years old son to drive him to the medical center because of diabetes, it shows that something happened to him. That what that's every tension. Do you get? So let's go on. So number one thing is the headline. So let's go on. The number two is if 52-year-old man says it tells us good day. I'm actually coming a very short introduction. Introduction is always so. Let's proceed. So now we are going to how we found out the illness, symptoms, and earlier signs. So This fateful night in April 2018, I can't remember the particular dates now. I was arguing with my strangers can be. I had seized this phone. Was like we used to since they were on all coming. We got against my 12-year-old. I defeated my daughter. It was not my son and I playing. Get off his phone, even after I told him several times. For the fun time we were having not to be ruined, I seized his phone. Then an argument between us started. And for a while this continued. It became so heated, I started screaming at the top of my suddenly I started feeling dizzy. Then I felt and I fell to the ground and became partly unconscious. My son and daughter were only 14 and 12 at that time. At the time, what were they to do? It was just the three of us at home. And they said to neighbors that late at night. They were already panicking. Even if they were emergency number 112, this is Nigeria, they wouldn't pick. And if they did, they would take hours to come. All my kids could do was call their mother, scared when she heard what was happening on the phone. But later on, gained her call, asked them to remain calm and in whatever way they could. They did. Still baffled me how they managed to pull it off. I'm coming. My 14 years old son had to drive me and his sister to the closest hospital. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Is my line still breaking?
We can hear you,
Yeah,
sir.
somehow.
But a little bit.
It's still
Not.
breaking. Don't worry.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Okay, all right. Drive me and his sister to the closest private hospital. So watching me drive, and I'd be to about in our estate. I was with the
Focus
manner.
on
Yeah, guys, can you hear me? I said I added this part.
Can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm saying who can tell me why I added this part?
we didn't know when you were referring to that time. Really ask, can you hear me? Network just got down.
What did he say? There's a
And
lot
then
of
after
back
you
at your
ask, can
place.
you,
Yeah, go on now.
and then after you ask, can you hear me? I will tell yes, and rest of us back. Stop
After I did what?
to ask, can you hear me? Yes, yes. So let's
So there's a lot of background noise, like there's wind at your place, or maybe you're close to a fan or something.
so not fine. Can you hear me now, please?
Yeah, I can
Sorry,
hear
can
you
you hear
better now. Are you using earpiece or
me? Yes,
are you
AirPods,
using earpiece?
AirPods, AirPods.
Oh, try disconnecting it. Yeah, disconnect it. I'll be able to hear you better afterwards.
No problem.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, but go on.
When I said after you asked, can you hear me? Your network got bad and we'll stop hearing you. So the next time you highlighted
Oh,
this.
okay. Yeah, so I said we highlighted this part.
Mo ti kọ́ tán mo fẹ́ kọ ó ní nǹkan tẹ́ fi mọ̀ pé sísẹ́mì ti ń
Please,
sáré.
yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I said who can tell where I start so we can proceed.
It highlights how easy it was for him to drive because it's an automatic car and he didn't need to shift gear or anything like that. So just straightforward.
Okay, that's so fortunately I've been watching me drive. I've been teaching him a thing in our estate. I was also fortunate that my wife had tried gear car. So it was just the automatic gear car level at that moment. Well, I arrived at the hospital around 12:05 in the midnight, and I was immediately at the drip. Guys, this is still how you found out you had the illness. Please mute your mic now. Abdullah Aluku, yeah. We arrived in the hospital around 12 in the midnight, and I was immediately admitted, then put on a drip. The following day, became fully conscious again, and by 8, my wife was already with me. She had traveled down from our village to be with me. Shortly after this, the doctor stepped into the room. Yes, Mr. Obiora, you are suffering from that, he said. So, guys, from here, from here, from here to here, guys, wonder how we found out he had the illness. Do you know? And then now we are going to go to like earlier symptoms he had. Moments, I was confused. He explained further that the blood sugar from diabetes in my body that keeps my blood sugar steady, low blood pressure, and caused me to collapse. I recalled that some of the symptoms before he diagnosed me with type 2 that had been occurring for months now. I had been urinating, been feeling more fatigued. My fingers and been tingling. My vision was getting blurry. The cut I had was far too long to heal up. So, guys, this is under number 3. Symptoms and L. Are you following me, guys? Can you hear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just laid down depressed. My family was also watching me. They were sad as well that I started leading a new and healthy me to start exercising more, limit food or fat, reduce carbohydrate consumption, and consume more. He also prescribed some medications that were meant to keep my blood sugar low. reading at this time was 259 mg per dl. I followed the doctor. Okay, this part now. This now is under. We are getting to other solutions you've used that told him what to stay off, and has also recommended he starts using some medications. Time was 259 mg per dl. I followed the doctor's just and used my medications consistently. Changes after. I'm not the type to expect an instant results. And I was doing as the doctor recommended. This my blood sugar level was over 262 mg per dl. And all through this period of following my doctor's recommendation, prescribed medications, my blood sugar below 259 mg per dl. So guys, for me, what's the next step? That solutions and you use that didn't work. Made to year. So for me, year is under other solutions. It's under that didn't work. So let's proceed. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's proceed then. Okay, so then from there, other solutions like recommendation, the medication the doctor gave him didn't work. So now, how you used a solution? So so it's discouraging. I stopped using my medication. I started myself, guys. So this is the beginning. Went from trying this supplement to another, but none worked. This time I was frustrated. In fact, my blood sugar level because it made me even more depressed. Even enjoy time with my family. So it stops here. Stop here. Started using looking for other solutions. We went from this supplement to another, but none worked. Do you understand? So guys, so the next telling how the symptoms got worse, then filling up and hopelessness. By this time I was frustrated, blood sugar level, because it's made me even more depressed. You understand? So this is under telling how the although some symptoms here, but the depression, the thought of having diabetes and I might live and in my. So the next part is number 7 of giving up and hopelessness. Let's proceed. I couldn't even have family anymore because the thought of diabetes is okay. Sorry, guys. I'm coming. So feeling of giving up, this part is still under it. So I couldn't even enjoy time with my family anymore because constantly on my mind because my days were numbered. So it's feeling of giving up and hopelessness. So of introducing, so gradually bringing in. So let's proceed. PTA meeting, I met with Mr. Ayonride. He was the father to me. He was in his 50s. We talked majorly about the challenges of raising kids. Guys, can you hear me? Are you following?
Yes.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, all right. We talk majorly about it at that age. As I mentioned how the fear of diabetes might rob me. I'm here. Rob me of many more years. He empathized with me and told me he used to suffer from diabetes a couple of months. He requested for my phone number. Give it to him. Immediately sent me the link to it. This is on getting solution. Okay. Some remind me where I stopped, please. The link, but I can't find it. My eyes can't find it. Okay, I've seen it. Immediately sent me the link to a video. It when I got home. That I was going to find something that will help a video. I thought to myself, I thought to myself, here we go again. I'll tell you to reduce sugar intake and exercise more. So this is under what, guys? This is under what, guys? Look at
Doubts.
it again. This is under what?
The
Yeah,
doubts.
showing doubt. Yeah, yeah. So showing doubt. So but I didn't want to be rude, so I watched the video before I slept. The video was a revelation. I learned in the video that a Nigerian doctor who is based in India discovered an herb that helps to normalize blood sugar level, which he called the diabetes destroyer. So this is under after shows that we just did, introducing the unique solution. So he claimed that it has a near 100% success rate. 97% success rate was what he stated specifically. They were still very skeptical. This is under. I want you guys to be doing it now. Let
Still
me
under the
go
doubt.
back. Let me not go back.
Next
It's
solution.
more of under doubt. This part is under the assurance. Do you understand? It is
Yes, sir.
after introducing the new solution, the video it was going to get cured. Still in doubt. So afterwards, guys, don't forget that I said you can be very flexible. Do you understand? You can just decide to do the job from showing doubt. You can just do introduce, finish, and from there start gradually. Do you understand? They can remove going for understand then to get result that was finally better. Feeling grateful, I want you to share them. You can be very flexible with it. It's not something that you structure. But if you don't have that dexterity, it's better you just give me a few minutes. Guys, please 5 minutes. I'm coming, please. Or two. Sorry, guys, I'm coming. I'm still with you. Just give me a few minutes.
When they come out to go work, mind the kind of friends wey dey come visit their daughters or your sons. Inside compound wey we dey. This particular girl, you don't know say I don dey monitor am since. I don dey monitor am. I don dey.
What's going on, guys? It's Jazzy, and I'm your global superstar, Mr. Wiz the Kid. Mr. Wiz Kid, how you doing today?
It's very funny that you told me that, but I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. I had to spice it up a little bit, Thank you. So you have several coordinators. that music is a universal language and it's a so how do you feel your music has been touched around the world, even though everyone may not understand? Yeah, that's how. Yeah, I can agree with that. And also, I personally like movies, even though sometimes I can't really understand. Animation, a lot of people out there, they like listening to your music, they love it, but they can't really understand, right? But I think that the most important part about it is really just listening.
Razak, please mute your mic. Okay, guys, let's go on. So where did we stop? Someone should remind me where we stopped, please. Okay, so under the part of reassurance, that was where we stopped. Then we are on to the next level, the next number 12. After 1 week of following the method in the video, there was no noticeable change. This is still under more doubts. But I wanted to be sure, so I went to my doctor to check my blood sugar level out of curiosity. It was still around 259 milligram per DL. I met with Mr. Enridi and I spoke with him about what was going on. Let me see the number we are now. Okay, we are still under more doubt. I met with Mr. Enridi and spoke to him about what was going on. But he encouraged me to keep following the method in the video, insisting that it will start having an effect around the 3rd week. Guys, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, insisting that it will start having an effect around the 3rd week. Honestly, I didn't believe him, but for some reason, I kept at it. I had nothing to lose anyway. Around the 4th week after meeting with Mr. Enride, we were doing some rearrangement at home and getting rid of old stuff. Coincidentally, I found my glucometer. That's the name of the device for measuring what's it called, blood sugar level. Coincidentally, I found my glucometer, the device I use in checking my blood sugar level at home. I decided to try it one last time before throwing it in the dustbin. I used it and my blood sugar level read 137 milligram per DL. This can be true, I thought. The glucometer is probably malfunctioning because it is old. I went to the doctor the same day to confirm if the reading was correct. Let me see the number we are now. Feeling better gradually. That's where we just did. So from year to year, it's under feeling better gradually. So, okay, sorry, to year, it's under feeling better gradually. So now he's going to the doctor. This part is under what, guys? It's under what number and what? This is the beginning of what number, rather?
Going to doctor for reassurance. I don't remember the number there.
Okay, all right, that's good. This is number 14. So let's go on. The doctor took my reading. I went to the doctor the same day to confirm if the reading was correct. The doctor took my reading once again and he was shocked. My diabetes reading had gone from 259 milligram per DL. Please, this unit, confirm the unit for measuring whatever it is you're writing about and add it. This is the unit for measuring blood sugar level. My diabetes reading had gone from 259 milligram per DL to 137 milligram per DL within 4 weeks. It was a miracle. I was so happy I couldn't contain my joy. So this is under, okay, we've done going for test for reassurance. Got the result that I was finally better. Yeah, we've done that. This part here. This part here. So now we are going to the next this number, spread the goodness. So to as fast as my wife and just as elated as I was when they were just as elated as I was when I heard the news. My 12-year-old daughter said, "Daddy, does this mean you can now have ice cream? This is still under spread the goodness. Then I'm going back to got what he lost back due to the illness." So let's go on. My 12-year-old daughter said, "Daddy, does that mean you can now have ice cream?" I didn't know how to respond to that question. I was so happy to even say a single word. This broke this is I'm in touch. So, and also, sorry, to him also. Sorry, I broke the good news to him also and apologized for not believing him earlier on. He just chuckled and said, "I told you it would work. I told you it would work." I'm so glad I can now spend quality time. This is under what he has lost. Goes back what he lost due to the illness. So let's proceed. I'm trying to rush it so we won't spend so long. I'm so glad I can now spend quality time with my family in good health without thinking that my days are numbered and I can die anytime soon. In fact, even if we joke about how, in fact, we even joke about how my kids carried me and drove me to the hospital when I first showed signs of diabetes. I blessed day I met Mr. Henry, and I'm forever grateful that he sent me the link to watch the video that revealed the permanent solution to my diabetes. Click the button below to watch the video presentation now. This note, the video won't be up for long, it's just extra. So now we've done go back what he lost due to the illness. Feeling grateful was when he was thanking Mr. Henry and he was glad I came across the video. Then call to action. So this is it. This is our call to action. So guys, do you understand so far?
Yes, sir.
Now, do we do for arthritis or we just end it here? And
Sir, yeah, all of the network.
hey guys,
Sir, I did the all of the
there's only,
network.
no, it's only one person that is talking now. I don't know.
I think we have enough context already.
Okay, all right. But okay, let me just show you headline. Like I'll just rush arthritis. We won't really go through it. I'll just show you everything sharp.
Sir, can
Show
we
you
get
everything sharp.
a
Then
copy
I'll
of
just,
this PDF you are using?
it's not PDF, it's what's it
Slide.
called?
Google Doc.
Yeah, PowerPoint
Google
presentation.
Doc.
Okay. Can we access it?
No.
No. I don't give out the material. I don't give out the material. It's only not that I wouldn't love to give it to you, but then the material is confidential. I'm coming, guys.
When you said it's only your voice, I could not hear what you were saying at that point, sir.
Oh, I said the material is confidential. It's for Janice
Okay.
tutors. You understand? So it's only
Okay,
a Janice tutor that can also have access to it.
Okay, so what about the recording?
Yeah, I'll provide the recording for you today because there was a lot
Thank
of
you.
this thing. I also sent yesterday's one. I exported yesterday's one too.
Okay, sir.
So and I saved it. So I'll send it to. So this is for arthritis. We just rush and do it sharp. So no, takes so long. So guys, this is it. This is the number one step, the catchy headline. I wish I knew earlier that balms, painkillers, and creams were only worsening my joint pain. 26-year-old Nigerian widow 26-year-old widowed Nigerian mother who battled arthritis for years shares her story. Do you understand? So that's the headline. Then the short, I just want to run through it sharp, sharp. So the short introduction today, we speak with Oluchi Obasi, 26 years old widow who thought arthritis was only an old people condition. So I'll just read through it. You guys will try and just give him birth. And since then, I've been reading after anything. So I had to move in with my elder sister in Lagos. My sister and her husband did everything they could to support me and support my baby and I. Guys, be taking note on your jota, like where each step falls under. My sister and her husband did everything they could to support my baby and I, but it wasn't enough. And I didn't want to become a burden and liability to them. So I started looking for jobs myself. Sorry, excuse me. I applied for several jobs, but it was rejection upon rejection. I had to eventually settle for a low-paying cleaner job when I couldn't get any job as a graduate. The job was a strenuous one, coupled with spending hours in Lagos traffic at the end of every day. I was always stressed. I began to develop joint pain around my wrists, neck, shoulders, knees, ankle, waist, and lower back. Guys, are you following me? Hope my line is not breaking.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But the pain on my lower back and knees were the worst. Whenever I sat or bent over, it would seem like I was being pierced at my lower back with a knife. The pain on my knee was also unbearable. My knee would occasionally become stiff, and I'll start feeling sharp pains on my knee joints. But I would frequently use agbo, local herbs, to numb the pain and give myself a temporary relief. Before the pain would come back worse after the effect of the agbo wears off. I kept on repeating this cycle for a while until it became too late for me. A particular day at work, while I was mopping the office staircase floors, I felt that extremely sharp pain again on my knees. I tried moving to the side of the step to at least rest on the railings, but I couldn't because my knees were stiff. I tried to at least drag my feet forcefully so I could lean on the staircase railings, but as I was trying to, I lost my footing, rolled down the staircase, and got slammed on the ground with terrible force. I immediately became unconscious, and the next time I opened my eyes, I was in the hospital bed. I'd been admitted. My sister was also present. A colleague from work had alerted her when I fell and became unconscious. She was so glad to see I had finally opened my eyes, and before she could open her mouth to speak, the doctor walked in. He examined the injuries I sustained and asked how exactly I felt, how exactly I felt, and what resulted in me falling, like each part falls under. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Are you taking note of where each part falls under as I'm transitioning from paragraph to paragraph?
Yeah.
Sure.
Huh? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So let's go on. He examined the injury as I felt, and what resulted in me falling from the staircase. I told him exactly I had been feeling severe joint pain for a while now, and even before the accident. So he decided to run some tests and scan me. When he came back, he broke one of the saddest news of my life to me. I had a severe arthritis. What? I was supposed to be 26. I'm just 26 years old. I asked the doctor. He told me arthritis being an old people disease is just a popular misconception. It is not true. That anyone around any age can develop arthritis, most especially if they already have these symptoms. Waist pain, lower back pain, knee joints pain, general joint pain, swelling of the joint, difficulty walking, muscle weakness mentioned. So I bought now I had to battle arthritis again. My sister consoled me and she promised to foot my hospital bills and support me in whatever way she could. Guys, can you hear me? Because my screen is showing your internet is unstable here.
Yes, we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
hear
yeah,
you, sir.
yeah, you.
Okay, good. So my sister consoled me and promised to foot my hospital bills, support me in whatever way she could. The day I was to be discharged, the doctor prescribed some medicines, balms, and also gave me some recommendations like I should do more stretching exercises, stop junk food, and eat more vegetables. I began using my medicines and I followed the doctor's recommendations too. I resumed work shortly after I was discharged, and I was assigned to a less tasking work because of what had happened. After months of using my pain relief medicines and following the doctor's recommendation, I wasn't feeling any better. In fact, my arthritis had gotten far worse than it was before. Just doing mere things like opening a bottle of water was difficult for me because I would feel extreme pain on my wrist when I tried to. Clapping during service in church was also a challenge. My joint pain had become extreme. I went back to using my agbo local herbs, but at best they would give me temporary relief for a few hours and then come back worse. As if that wasn't bad enough, things got bad at work too. I was not able to perform, so I was sacked. I was constantly in severe joints and body pain, and also at a health risk. I was with no husband, a child to take care of, no source of livelihood, and no source of help other than my sister, who I had obviously become a liability to. Oh, guys, I'm coming. I want to rest my mouth. I'd already given up on finding a solution to my arthritis. To my I already see that I'm already getting from work one particular day. It's a combination that helps to reverse arthritis in 90 days or less. She said that God told her that following the instruction in that video will help me reverse my arthritis, and she wanted me to give it a try. I wasn't so sure about this. I thought, if this really works, how come no one has ever told me about it? But I reluctantly began following the method in the video, just because my sister encouraged me to. After 2 weeks of following the instruction in the video, I wasn't seeing any change. My joint pain was still as bad as ever, but my sister kept on encouraging me to keep going on. That the video said the special combination begins to have a full effect in about 90 days. The surprising thing is that it wasn't even up to 90 days for me to start seeing complete turnover. Sorry, I wrote turnover over. I wrote over again. Around that was a mistake. Around the 4th week of usage, I noticed my joint pain had begun to reduce. I could now walk around with little pain. My body pain had also reduced, and I could bend my back without feeling any sharp pain on my back. This was really good feedback. I should have added a here. Why did I make all this mistake? This was a really good feedback. So I kept on using the special combination. Well, all I can say now is in less than 90 days, using this special combination that the video talked about, I'm now completely free of arthritis. Guys, sorry, before I end it, before I continue, who can tell me why I should not go to the doctor? I said that she went to the doctor. Yeah?
Sir?
Who can tell me why she did not go to the doctor?
Yes, sir. She didn't go to the doctor because I tried to is that she can actually feel the improvements in herself. So it does not.
God bless you. God bless you. Exactly. Arthritis is not something that you don't need to go to a doctor for your doctor to tell you that you are no longer feeling any joint pain again. Do you get? High blood pressure is internal. Even though you are not feeling this thing, they call high blood pressure silent killer. Even though you are not having any symptoms again. Sorry, I want to plug my device. Okay. So even though you are not having any symptoms again, like you might still not know whether you are totally free. You need to take a test. Same with diabetes, it is internal. But for arthritis, you feel the joint pain. And once you are not feeling it anymore, you don't need to waste your money and go to the doctor. Doctor, please confirm if I'm not feeling any pain anymore. Do you get? So that's a good one. So I'm now completely free of arthritis. I have no sort of joint pain. I can bend as I like. I have no swelling on my joints. I can carry my child with no pain at all. That is not even all. Now I've gotten a job as a banker. I'm also engaged to a man who loves my child and I, and our wedding is just a few months away. This is where I am, in case you are wondering. I'm so thankful to God that I watched the video that I helped to reverse my arthritis. And I also appreciate my sister for encouraging me to follow the method in the video. If you'd also like to watch the video that helped to reverse my arthritis and change my story, click the button below to watch the video presentation now. This is also extra. No, the video will be removed anytime for now. Then call to action. Do you get, guys? So
Yes, sir.
you must have noted like the transitions with the 19-step structure, and you will
Yes, sir.
notice some flexibility. As I told you, like the most important thing is that your story makes sense from top to bottom. You can still be very flexible with the 19-step pre-sale structure. So the reason why I'm teaching you this, when Team Success started with you guys last week, he taught you guys like a bit about Facebook ads, and
Yes, sir.
yeah, then he asked you to add the website, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
Yes,
that
Yes, sir.
website he asked you, yeah, that website was just an imaginary website. So when you join, when during your training, you'll be asked to create a website. A website will be created for you, or you might be asked to create it yourself. They will teach you. So what happens is that whatever you write, whatever pre-sale you write, I'm going to give you an assignment to use this 19-step pre-sale structure to write a pre-sale. So whatever pre-sale you write will be put on that your website that is created. Do you understand? Then
Yes, sir.
tomorrow, Mr. Sheyi is here. He's going to teach you guys how to write primary text. Do you understand? So that primary text
Yes,
will
sir.
now match what you have on the pre-sale that you wrote with the 19-step structure. Do you understand? So you guys are
Yes,
seeing
sir.
how everything is adding up now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so from there, when people now see your ad, they will now click it. They will now come to your pre-sale. Then when they come to your pre-sale and they click the button is going to carry them to the company's VSL. That's the video sales letter. Let me load it up for arthritis. So after this step is where they will order. Do you understand? That's just how everything works. So before we end the class, there's one last thing I want to teach you guys, and that is writing headlines. Don't forget. Sorry, who is that disturbing me? Okwade Miriam, Tony, mute your mic. Yeah. So yesterday I told you guys that the most important part of writing a copy is the title or the headline. Do you understand? And now I taught you guys the 19-step pre-sale structure. I showed you guys everything from A to Z. I showed you headlines too, but what is just left is for me to teach you how to write headlines. So normally I would have given you formats, but what I noticed is that like before other trainings that I was giving formats, it was restricting them so much, and it was not good for their growth. Do you understand? So now, instead of teaching you guys formats, I'm just going to give you the laws that your headlines need to obey, and you come up with your own headline yourself. Do you understand? So when you're writing your headline, guys, are you with me? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
So when you're writing your headline, the number one law your headline should obey is it should call out your audience or depict what you want to talk about. Do you understand? So that's
Yes,
the
sir.
number one law. You should call out your audience or depict what you want to call about, what you want to talk about. The number two law is it should intrigue curiosity. Very, very, very important. It's that curiosity that will make people want to read it. Do you understand? Calling out
Yes,
your
sir.
audience will narrow the readers. That's what it does. It is very good because you want only your target audience to read whatever it is you are putting out. Do
Yes,
you
sir.
get? Then it should intrigue curiosity. That curiosity is what will make them want to read your pre-sale or read your story. Then law three, it should obey the law of we FM. This we FM, every prospect, every potential customer is tuned into the radio channel we FM, and we FM stands for what's in it for me. Do you understand? So your headline should show what is in it for them. But the good thing about these laws is that sometimes you can just leave out this law three, and then your headlines will obey law 1 and 2, and it will still do very well. Let me show you guys examples. I've showed you guys before, but let me show you again. So let me show you this example. Oh, sorry, not this one. What's the name of this subdomain now? Okay, it is well the best in care. Okay, good. Now, guys, look at this example I showed you first. In 2019, during my daughter's matriculation, I almost lost battle. This is my story. Does this headline, does it call out your audience or depict what you are trying to talk about? This headline here, does it call out your audience? How does it call out your audience? How does it call out your audience?
It talks about high BP already. So people with high BP will be interested immediately.
Exactly. Good. So now you've called out your target audience, and it has depicted what you want to talk about. People with high blood pressure, they already see high blood pressure. They're in that market, so they'll pay much more attention. Do you understand? So lot 2 is it should intrigue curiosity. Does this headline, does it intrigue curiosity?
Yes, sir, because the people that has blood.
What did you say?
This is my story part. I left the dot. Based curiosity
Okay.
and announcement. You know what?
Okay, somebody else should try.
Yes, sir, because the people that have high blood pressure want to know more because you're talking direct to them. So the curious, like that during my daughter matriculation, they want to know what really happened there.
Yeah, exactly. To intrigue curiosity because you had high blood, you almost lost battle to high blood pressure. That's like hypertension attack now.
Yes.
Heart attack during your daughter's matriculation. You get, it's not
Yes.
like that was now turning into a bad day because of him. You get, so it's intriguing curiosity.
Yes.
Now I want you to look at this last part that I told you that sometimes you might not have it and your this thing will still do well. It should obey the law of we FM. What's in it for me? Does he obey the law of what's in it for me?
Yes, because like people that has high blood pressure, like this person is actually talking to us. They will know that this diet is actually for them, and they want to know how manage you survive it.
Okay, somebody else wants to try.
Yes, sir. It's not. I don't think it's obeying the law because it doesn't have a solution. There's no solution in the head tag that will make people think maybe okay solution. I think it's just I'll make them
go on.
to just read the story, not necessarily about them seeing solution.
Exactly. See, sometimes it doesn't obey the law of what's in it for me. What's in it for me just means that like you are trying to tell them that there is a solution that they will discover. There is something that they will find out that will help them, or there's something this man used that helped him. Do you understand? So it is not directly showing what's in it for the person in your target audience that is reading it. Do you understand? But then it still did well. Why? Because it obeyed those 2 laws. It obeyed the law of calling out your audience, depicting what you want to talk about, and intrigue curiosity. This thing just looks like a normal gist. They won't know that it's a pre-sale copy. It just looks like a normal gist. Do you understand? To me, even most times to me, I prefer writing copies that are like normal gist safe. They perform far better than when you are trying to tell people that there's a solution you have for them. Why? Because The average internet user is tired of seeing several ads of I have a product for you, I have something for you. That's why all these bloggers, they are supposed to do so well, because people know that they are not trying to sell them anything. Do you get? So when you write in that format that you are not trying to sell your prospects anything, that you just want to give them gist about what they are suffering or what they are going through, more people will read it. If I said in 2019 during my daughter's matriculation, I almost lost the battle to high blood pressure, but I was able to find a solution that saved my life. You will already lose some people like that. They'll be like, these people, they've come, they want to sell you something. Do you understand? But then when you let them read the gist and they see how well whatever solution has helped the man, they would have read so far and they will be convinced about, wow, this thing can also help me too. This man that was battling the exact same pain that I was going through was able to use this solution and reverse his own high blood pressure. That let me give this a try. This might also work for me. Do you guys understand? Guys, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So let me show you another example that I showed you today. We'll soon end the class after this. So look at this. What law does he obey? The 3 laws? Does he obey law 1? Let's start from law 1. Does he obey law 1?
Yes, sir.
How does he obey law 1?
His target audience were people with diabetes.
Huh?
His target audience was people with diabetes.
Okay, good. So called out your audience with this. So law 2, should it intrigue curiosity? Does it intrigue curiosity?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Why? Because this 14-year-old son drove to medical center.
Exactly.
That's the curiosity there. Then law 3, does he obey law 3? Guys, does he obey law 3?
It doesn't.
Good. Can you see where I'm getting to?
Exactly.
So it's
Yeah.
not every. So sometimes you can put in law 3 to do. Sometimes you still put in this thing just looks like normal gists. It's like normal bloggers gist. Do you understand? All these normal bloggers gist. Do you get? My 40 years old I used to drive me to the medical center in an emergency when I fainted due to diabetes. This is how it happened. Do you understand? And this thing still did very well, but it didn't obey law 3. So this is another example. Let me show you. Okay, I did one for you. Then I'll show you like 2 other ones. Then we'll end the class there. We'll spend far, far longer than we are meant to. So look at this. Does he obey law 1? You should call out your audience or the picture you want to talk about. Does he obey law 1?
Yeah.
How does he obey law 1?
Joint pain, like it calls out people having joint pains.
Good. It calls out people having joint pains. Then
Exactly.
does he intrigue curiosity?
Yes.
How does he intrigue curiosity?
Like people want to know, like the BAM is trying to talk about, which he wish he knew earlier.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the reason why it intrigues curiosity, let me just say, is because I wish I knew earlier, as you said, that BAM's painkiller screens were only worsening my joint pain. Normally, that's what people with joint pain use. Do you understand? So you telling them that that's it. And the truth is, a lot of them are using those things and they are still in pain. So you telling them that it's worsening this woman's joint pain, this 26-year-old widow's joint pain. They'll be like, let me see what they are talking about. It should not be that. That's why my own pain too has not been cured. Do you understand? But does he obey law 3? He should obey what's in it for me.
No,
Okay, no. Does anybody else want to try?
Yes, it obeys law 3.
Okay. Actually, it depends on how you look at it. It depends on how you look at it. Yeah. So explain. Somebody said yes. Who is that? Is that Tony?
No, I'm the one. Akintayo.
Okay, Akintayo, explain.
I said yes as well.
Okay, so who said yes? Tony.
I'm the one.
I also said yes.
Okay,
Okay.
Tony explain. Then Akintayo will also explain. So Tony, go on first. I'm not hearing anything, no. Akintayo, go on then.
So since the person of feeling this pain is using this particular, is using balms, painkiller, creams and all. So
yeah,
the writer is not telling them this is even worsening it, right? But in that head, there's a thought that I already found what was working. So it's okay, if I read this particular story, I will find out what this 26 widower is using. And that is not balm, painkiller, or cream.
Okay, that's good. So if you say yes or you say no, you are both correct. Why? Because if you say no, it is not saying directly that there is a solution. But if you say yes, if you look at it well, I wish I knew earlier that balms, painkillers, and creams were worsening my joint pain. Do you understand? Now, below that, the next paragraph of the headline says 26 years old Nigerian widow who battled arthritis for years, shares her story. That means she was able to find something that worked for her. But she's not saying she wants to share that with you. What she's just saying is how balms, creams, and everything was only worsening things for her. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, we do.
Okay, good. So another reason why it intrigues curiosity, aside saying that this thing, that painkillers, balms, worsening joint pain, is 26 years old. 26 years old. 26 years old and arthritis. Who battled 26 years old who battled arthritis for years? Is also another thing that is intriguing curiosity. Why? Because you've already, you called out your audience, people that are battling with joint pain. Now you've already brought it down that you might be younger and you might also have this arthritis, and you just think it's normal joint pain. Do you understand? Because normally 26 years old should not have arthritis. You get? So that's another thing that is also intriguing curiosity. Do you guys understand?
Yeah, we understand.
Okay, that's good. So let me show you one extra. I hope this my subdomain is still active. Is it still active? I hope it is. Oh, yeah, good, it is. Now look at this one. It's because of stress of work on him. My wife was tired of hearing all my excuses. She threatened to leave me for another man. Charles Okobi shares how high blood pressure made him lose his erection and almost lose his marriage. Look at this one. Now, let's look at it. It should call out or depict what it is you are trying to talk about. Does it?
Yes, it does.
How? Okay, if you are saying it calls out your audience, how does it call out your audience?
It's called out people, or even guys who are losing who have this high blood pressure and are losing urge for sex.
Good. Now it calls out people that have erection problem. That's number one. That don't know that it is high blood pressure they have. I don't know that it is high blood pressure that caused it. Then it also called out people that have high blood pressure that know that it is high blood pressure that is causing erection loss. So that's why it obeys law 1. So it should intrigue curiosity. Does it intrigue curiosity? Yeah.
It does.
Please, Arrow Ogadi. Yeah, who wants to try? Does it intrigue curiosity?
Yes, it shows curiosity.
How does it intrigue curiosity?
Just the editing alone is because of space of work on it's catching.
Okay, all right. Okay. Then number 3, law 3, it should obey what the law of what's in it for me. Does it?
Yes, kind of. Using our past example.
Yeah?
I know. Yes, kind of. Using our past example, I know.
It's just like the last example I showed you. It doesn't obey the law directly. Do you understand? It doesn't obey the law directly. So it depends on how you look at it. Yes and no, it obeys it. No, it doesn't obey it. So it does it. Let me show you one more example. We won't analyze that one, but you analyze that one yourself. I'm coming. I hope that my subdomain is still active. Is this still active? Why is it displaying like this? Okay, let me check new copy. Oh, sorry. Could be it. There's one I want to show you guys. No, this is not it. There's one I want to show you guys. Why this is on? Okay. I think I copied out the content of this subdomains. Wait. I'm coming. Good, I found it. So look at this ones, guys. You look at this one, analyze it yourself. Do you understand? I just wanted to show you another example. Look at this one and analyze it yourself. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. So before we end the class, I'm going to give you an assignment now. So the assignment is you are going to, using this 19-step pre-sale structure I taught you, you are going to write a pre-sale using the 19-step pre-sale structure. Go online, go to Google, download a stock image, add a picture to the character in your story. Just download any stock image. You know all these stock images now, like you see all these images or all these free images, or let me just say free images so you understand. Add the image to the pre-sale you wrote using the 19-step structure. Then you are going to submit tomorrow before tomorrow's class. The group, I don't know if the group is open now, but it will be open before tomorrow's class. So you are going to submit, and you are going to submit in a Google Doc and make it accessible. Do you understand? So you'll be graded on that. So tomorrow, Mr. Sheyi and I will review part of the pre-sale. Then we'll, like, just to show you guys like corrections you are meant to make. Then Mr. Sheyi will also teach you guys how to write primary text tomorrow to suit your primary text as that matches the pre-sale that you wrote. So yeah, you have a question, Chinagoro Kazu. So please go on, ask your question. Yeah.
Okay, so my question is on the images that you use for the writing. Those pictures belong to people. Did you get permission before using the picture, or
the thing is, for example, now let me show you this one I used. This one was a free image online. Most of this image, if you know how to check well for free images, you see free images online that looks like this lady now, for example, was a free image. Was a free image. I'm coming.
There are stock images online that people can use.
Yeah, that you can use that look very real. But the thing is, you won't be taught to, like, when you join, like, outsource for better images. So for now, just use any stock image you see. But later on, you'll be taught by your group leader. Like, for those of you that are deployed, you'll be taught by a group leader how you can get better this thing, much more realistic stock images. I don't know, my laptop went blank, so this thing is not loading. It's showing on my phone here that everything is okay, but I'm just seeing black here. Okay, it has opened. So this lady here now, so it's a free image I saw online. So you see a lot of good free images online that will suit what you're trying to talk about. So when you are writing, just go to Google. You don't need to, it's just training, so you don't need to find the best image. If you do, great, but make sure it's a free image you are using, you get. So that's that. The reason why we do this is because we have a lot of testimonials, but the issue is most of our customers, they don't like their picture being out there. Imagine someone now that had their high blood pressure caused erection problem. They won't, if you run the ad and you set up the pre-sale and everything, people will see it. People that know them will see it because you are targeting Nigerians. Do you understand? To be very embarrassing for them. That's a lot of them like to keep their identity hidden. Do you understand? That's why we do this that we do. Does that answer your question, Lukazu?
Yes, sir, it does.
Okay, all right. Any other question?
Please, can we get the list of those 19 steps?
Okay, let me open it again so you see. So you jot it down. So while he's jotting it down, yes, Tony Adimula. I hope I pronounced this right. Tony Adimula. Go on, please.
Yes, sorry to bother you, but I missed the assignments. Can you just say it again?
Okay, the assignment is you are going to use this 19-step Janice pre-sale structure to come up with your own pre-sale copy, just as I taught you. Do you understand? Then one thing I didn't add inside Janice 19-step pre-sale structure is the image. Do you understand? So you just add the image. So you use this 19-step Janice pre-sale structure to write your pre-sale, and you submit tomorrow before the meeting tomorrow. Okay. Before our class tomorrow. Yeah. All right. So that's that. Then you submit the Google Doc. Don't forget that.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Adamson Juliana, your question.
Okay, my question is, where are we writing this story?
Where are you writing it out? I don't
Yes.
understand. Like, where are you to
I mean,
submit?
no, where are we writing? I mean, is it on Pixel or where?
Is it on what?
Pixel.
I
Or
don't
can we
understand.
write it? Can we write it in a Microsoft Word this thing?
No, write it in Google Doc. Google
Okay.
Doc. If you go to your App Store or your Play Store, go there, type in Google Doc. When you type on Google Doc, it will be saved to the cloud. Do you understand? So you can just share you know how Google Drive works now?
Yes.
So you can just share the link, make it accessible, then you just share the link, then we'll be able to access it. Do you understand? So yeah, guys, sorry, there's something, don't worry, I'll still compose the assignments better on the group, but there's something I forgot to mention. You can pick any of the three conditions and write about it: high blood pressure, diabetes, and arthritis, using the 19-step pre-sale structure. So whichever one that you like. Do you understand? It's not necessary, it doesn't necessarily have to be high blood pressure, it doesn't necessarily have to be diabetes or arthritis. Just pick whichever one that you feel that you want to write about and write about it using the 19-step Chinese pre-sale structure. So Adams and Juliana, do you still have any other question? If you don't have, you can drop your hand.
Okay.
Any other question before we end the class? Any other question, guys? Okay, in the absence of any, this is the end of like our class about writing pre-sales. So as I said, tomorrow we'll review some of the assignments. It's just for you guys to have a scope of like some things you're meant to do better. Review everything. Then for those of you that yours are reviewed, you will submit. Then Mr. Shea will teach you how to write primary texts that are congruent with your pre-sale copy, the pre-sale copy you've written. Not really congruent, like that matches. Let me just say that matches the pre-sale copy that you've written, so that from your Facebook ad to your pre-sale copy, blah blah blah, everything will make sense together. Yeah, so that's that. Somebody raised his hand now. Okay. All right. So guys, that's the end of our.
Someone raised their. I was gonna
All right.
raise my hand. Hello, sir.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
I wanted you to show me that 19th step, the second slide.
Okay. It's the second slide. You can just snap the Have a nice day, guys. We'll meet tomorrow.
Okay, what? Have a nice